Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN here, and I am with new guy, Vince McNewguy, Vince Ingenito. How are you, sir? We are playing Diablo 3 for console, specifically the Xbox 360 version. So Vince, this is the first of our at least 4 Let's Plays we're going to do. We've set the clock to 15 minutes. We'll go for 15 minutes. And Vince, we already reviewed the game. What are we doing now?
What we're doing is showing just how crazy and just how dedicated we really are to giving games their due here, because we are right now in the Inferno difficulty level, which, as we were just saying before, so many people will probably never even bother getting to. But, you know, that's the kind of people we are here.
Well, yeah, we just figure, you know, if you don't end up playing this far, you can at least get a look at what this is the hardest difficulty level in the game.
Correct.
What level are you? 60 plus?
I'm a level 60 working on, so now in Diablo 3, once you get to level 60, that's not necessarily the end of your character's progression. In fact, many people would say that's actually
the beginning.
Yeah, it is the beginning. So once you get to level 60, you can see those little blue bars filling up underneath my XP.
Yes.
And what that represents are what are called Paragon levels. It was kind of like something that Blizzard added late after the game came out to...
Basically, you prestiged.
Yeah, it's basically
right?
what it is. It's basically prestige. So, and for every level that you gain, a Paragon level that you gain, what happens is you get a little bonus to your magic find. So basically the idea is that you want to get your Paragon level maxed to 100, because then you're getting the maximum possible bonus to your magic find. And of course, everyone wants to find awesome loot in Diablo 3.
Yeah, and that's really the hook here, because obviously you've beaten the game a number of times. You've leveled your character up to 60, and the fun to be had is finding the best loot that only drops on Inferno skill. So yeah, so you know, if you don't think you're going to play this far, we thought we'd give you a look at it. But if you do plan on playing this far, this gives you a little advanced sneak peek on what you're in for. So Vince, looks like we are in Act 1 here.
Yeah, we're about midway through Act 1 here. This is right after this is shortly after you slay the Skeleton King.
So, and what character are you playing as, and how have you outfitted yourself skill-wise and equipment-wise?
So I'm playing a Witch Doctor. That's the same character I played in the PC version for many hours.
I'm more of a barbarian guy myself.
Yes,
I like to leap around like a maniac and beat things.
And so, you know, the way I've set my character up here is actually, what I like about this is that I went with a totally different route here with my console run through than I did for my PC run through. So this guy is basically all based around the new Fire Bats ability. Now, that was an ability that when the game first came out wasn't so sharp, but when they redid it, it became really powerful and really interesting to use. So
they rolled an update for this skill right into the console version here?
Yeah, well, it was updated in, I think it was patch 1.07 for the PC, and then that change was absolutely implemented over in the console version, as well as all the other changes from 1.07. Everything balance-wise is all covered.
Well, it looks like you're plowing through these guys pretty well so far. I mean, granted, we are in Act 1, but it again is Inferno difficulty, so it looks like so far your Witch Doctor is prescribing the right medicine. Am I right?
Oh, zing! Well, he's definitely got the prescription for pain, and part of it is because I think I have a fairly well optimized build. Because the thing with the Fire Bats is that so it's got a very high initial mana cost. Like if you look at my mana globe, like I start it and like
whoa, mana? Are you a mana guy?
I'm definitely a mana guy.
You're like me. You're from back east. It's mana. You should be a mana guy.
No, but see, because I'm from east and I'm Italian. What I'm always like a stickler about is Mario. I hate that. Like that makes me crazy, right? So like it's got to be Mario. So that just carries over. To me, if it's not Mario and it's got to be Mario, then it can't be mana. It's got to be mana. So
well, fair enough. You state your case well.
So I mean, like you can see, like it's very like if I just to start it up.
Oh yeah, it's like 3 blasts and you're done.
Exactly. So it's a very mana-intensive skill. So it's important to have other skills that will help you to maintain your mana supplies. So I've done that pretty well by My biggest thing is I have a passive called I think it's called Grave Injustice. I want to double check so I make
Grave Injustice.
Yeah, Grave Injustice. So what that does is that every time I kill something within a certain radius around me, it gives me 2% of my maximum mana.
Maximum.
Maximum.
What are you up to now? Look what you're doing to yourself.
I was throwing you a curve and seeing if you would hit it, Ryan. And
Oh, I'm paying attention, Vince.
I'm just messing up my.
Yeah, you're
mic
so
here.
into it, you've thrown your headset off of your own head. Come on, Vince. Let's get back in the game here.
Oh,
the clock's
God,
ticking.
I'm getting slaughtered. All right, no, I'm back in the game. I'm back. This is fine. See, this is how good my build is. I can go AFK for a second, and it's totally fine.
So, by the way, if you haven't read Vince's review of Diablo 3 for console yet, it is up on IGN.com right now. You should check it out. That's got all of Vince's very detailed thoughts. I mean, for me, Vince, we did a live stream of this back shortly before the game's release. I played a bit with you and with Dan Stapleton, and I found it to be an extremely enjoyable experience on console. Having also played all the way through the PC version, it feels good with a gamepad. The movement works. The combat works. The visuals look okay, but they are. It is a smooth frame rate. I said this on the live stream. What's up with the bad fonts?
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about this classic Diablo font. I'm talking about I know. I used to work in magazines. You'd think I'd remember which font this is. Because this is like the most boring font you can possibly put in a video game. It's so boring it looks placeholder.
No, absolutely, and I absolutely echoed that in my review. I didn't make it a huge point.
Yeah,
but
it's not.
Absolutely.
It's totally a nitpicky thing that maybe it is just because I used to work on magazines that fonts bother me. But
no, but I'm totally with you. Like,
just cheapens the look of the game.
It does. Like, that's a part of the presentation and a part of what gives a game its flavor and feel, right? And that's definitely been flavor and feel is, I think, a big part of not just Diablo 3, but I mean, just Blizzard's games in general are all presented a certain way that give it a feel that's uniquely Blizzard is the only way to
nevertheless, if that's about the worst thing I can say about it, Blizzard's done something pretty good here.
Absolutely. So you see this little ghostly, well, he was just there. I had a little ghostly minion who was helping me out. Now, that's one of the coolest things, one of the biggest things that I really shouted out the console version for is, see, that guy actually appears because of this glowy, lovely axe that my follower is carrying, which is a legendary called
lovely axe you have there, Vince.
Genzuniku. So you can see this is a legendary, and it's got a percentage chance at the bottom there. It says chance to summon a ghostly fallen champion when attacking.
So that's what we're really playing Inferno for, right?
Absolutely.
Are items like that legendary items? That's the incentive.
That's the main draw here, and there's legendaries that will only drop on Inferno. So, some of the really crazy, just build changing, character changing stuff. There's weapons and items that have properties that are completely unique to them that no other item has. Right. And that's definitely one of the properties of this, like this axe here that I gave to my follower. I mean, being able to just summon a minion by attacking. I mean, that's like compared to everything else.
That's outstanding.
That's just outrageous compared to what the typical like just buff your stats type of weapon is. Although some legendaries, what they are is just massive stat boost. Like once I'm finished with this battle, like one of the reasons you were just saying I'm plowing through. These guys, and this isn't just
you're
legendary.
Slaughtering the poor Ents. All they want to do is help you get to Mordor.
They're in the wrong movie. they're in the wrong fantasy realm. Tell them to get out of here. Go back to Mordor. No, and one of the big reasons for that, I'm not only just playing Inferno, I'm playing Inferno on the hard difficulty level, which is equivalent to like Monster Power 6, I think, in the PC version.
Yep.
And I'm still plowing through. And the main reason for that, honestly, is I'll show you right now, is this legendary I have here, Messerschmitt's Reaver. I mean, look
that's
at those
classic Diablo.
Yes, it is.
Is that Diablo 1 or 2?
Oh, now you're testing me.
Messerschmitt's Reaver was.
It is a classic Diablo
because I always played. I've always played the Barbarian or Warrior, or whatever, because it was a fighter in Diablo 1. I believe that was a Diablo 1 item. That was like literally the best axe you could possibly get in the game. So I'm thrilled to see that it's returned in Diablo 3.
And it's darn good here. I mean, look at this other two-handed axe that I picked up. This is a level 58 axe, so it's not a low-level axe. The damage is
it is puny
half.
In comparison.
It's half of what Messerschmitt's Reaver is. And then you look at the intelligence numbers, 5 plus 500 to intelligence. So if I could find another item I have on me. That's okay. So, like, even this helmet, which is also legendary, is half that intelligence buff. So, I mean, that's a huge. And of course, being an intelligence-based character, that's doing tons for my damage. Just tons for my damage.
All right, let's get to some more slaughtering.
Yeah,
here.
I'm trying to find where this. That's what I'm up to, right? I'm looking for. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking
so how many times do you need to play through the game to get to this point? What are you looking at?
You have to do 3 full runs.
3 full runs.
Yeah, first you do it on normal, then you do it on nightmare, then you do it on hell, and then you're basically the way the game is balanced out and paced is that by the time you beat Diablo on hell, you should just be hitting level 60, which makes you ready for Inferno. So that's so you're talking about probably. I mean, how fast you run through depends on if you watch all the story and how much of the side stuff you do. But I mean, you could.
I mean, the first run through on normal is like, I don't know, 12 to 15 hours.
Yeah, I would say 12
like
to 15. And then once you get it optimized and you kind of know exactly where you're going to go and you start skipping all the story, and you can definitely do it in 10 hours or under probably if you really just plow through. Ooh, look at this. We got a Key Warden, folks.
Make him pay for showing up.
Nice. So, yeah, Key Wardens, as some people might know, they're part of the high-level end game of Diablo 3. So once you're in Inferno, there's a random chance that you can run into these guys when you're in certain areas. And essentially, the Key Wardens have a chance to drop keys and plans that allow you to build and access the Infernal Machine, which is kind of a way you can, one of the ways you can earn, well, the only way you can earn something called the Hellfire Ring, which is a super high level ring. It
sounds amazing.
Yeah, super high level ring that gives you a big bonus to your XP gain and to a bunch of other stats. So
I'm not sure you've been touched yet. I don't know if I've seen that health bar move at all.
Okay, well, part of the reason for that is because the way I've set this character. So like I said, it's all around swarm of it's all around the fire bats. So I have to get in pretty close for fire bats, which means not a lot of bobbing and weaving, and especially on night on.
There you go, you got hit.
Yeah,
you're not on God mode. You haven't found the secret cheat code.
I'm not. But honestly, with the way my stats are set, and with the bonuses to life gain from hit and from kill, and just converting damage into health,
some vampiric stuff.
All the vampiric stuff on Messerschmitt's. Between all of that, as long as I stand here doing this and hitting things, my sustain is just
good to go.
Unbeatable. Like, it's very hard to do any. I can basically stand in front of. I can stand in front of the bosses on hell mode. On hell mode,
yeah.
I can just stand in front of them and do that, and they can't kill me.
Does this bug you? I'm not touching you. Does this bug you?
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the things I love about this is that that's only possible because I just Messerschmitt's happened to drop, and the rolls on it were really good.
Now, do you remember where you found Messerschmitt's Reaver?
Okay, I found
of course, it's random, so don't go looking for it in this place necessarily. But I'm just curious where it dropped.
For me, it dropped in somewhere in Act 2 on Hell.
Okay,
and I was just like, I looked at the stats, and I'm like,
are you joking?
Me? Like, are you kidding me? Like, did I put in a cheat code? Like, and that's totally how action RPGs should feel. It should be like, I got a lucky.
You've earned the power. Now.
Exactly.
You've done the work, and you've earned.
And here's your reward.
Yes.
And now I'm playing to get that next reward. I'm playing to get that next order of magnitude in power. So it definitely felt like as soon as I got that, it was like all of a sudden.
Everything you'd been doing was worth it.
Worth it, exactly. And like you said, I just started plowing through it, where I was starting to actually having to bob and weave, and things. Some battles were getting pretty hairy and scary. Now here we go. We finally found where we're supposed to go. once I put Messerschmitts on, it was just like, ha ha ha, LOL, face rolling through everything.
Well, we've got 30 seconds left in our first episode here of IGN Let's Play Diablo 3 on Inferno on console. So, yeah, we'll keep going here. We've got a few more of these to give you a continually good idea of what the hardest skill in the game looks like. So, Vince, excellent job on both the review and here. As you can see, you've just been carving it up.
Thank you.
Here on Inferno Skill. So, for all things Diablo, whether it be on PC or console, you're already in the right place, IGN.